There is something truly magical when a new cruise ship is born. It is a unique moment filled with expectation, testing, and some adjustments. And it is always exciting to welcome a new cruise ship. Welcome, Oceania Allura. Almost on board the Oceania Allura. The brand new ship of Oceania Cruises, pre-inaugural, first look voyage. Ciao from Andrea and welcome. In this video I want to share my experience and also the emotions of being amongst the first guests of this beautiful, elegant ship. There is an atmosphere of excitement. Everything is bright new. It is like putting together a bright new show, with us, first guest, as the very first audience. I'm actually recording from the creperie, the new creperie next to the barista bar on deck 14. It is quite late at night. And if I have to say, one of my favorite, or probably my favorite venue, was the Founder's Bar. I would say it was almost a tribute to the founder, Mr. Frank Del Rio, the visionary behind Oceania Cruises. There I discovered some incredible cocktails. And my favorite was the Italian. Of course, I'm Italian. The bar staff was outstanding, mixology trained, and probably I stayed too long at night there. My Aura ring is not very happy with my score lately. And I think Allura is the right name for the ship. The words suggest charm, attraction, and elegance. Allura has a bit of Italian roots, where it feels poetic and stylish, of course. And there is also a French influence, allure, which means also grace. This masterpiece of engineering was built by Fincantieri and just delivered a few days ago. A cruise ship is a masterpiece of engineering, which required patience from shipbuilders, from the owners, from the suppliers. It's really a teamwork. The approximate cost of the ship is 575 million euro, and at the current exchange about 650 million US dollars. I even had the chance to quickly meet occasionally Mr. Jason Montag, the Chief Luxury Officer of Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, in charge of Oceania and Regent, who was really happy about the ship. And of course, when a new ship just comes into service, there are small hiccups on the first voyage, but the ship looked radiant and ready. The Oceania Allura accommodates 1,200 guests in 600 staterooms, all with verandas. What struck me of the Oceania Allura is the consistent feeling of refined elegance and beautiful design throughout the ship. I found the Allura to be just the right size, enough venues, plenty to do, but still a small ship and compact enough to reach the most beautiful destinations. Compared to the sister vessel, the Vista, that I visited last April in Miami, the ship has some small changes. The livery has been moved to a stunning new spot on deck 14, and the Amber, the American contemporary restaurant, has been replaced by Jack's, a returning favorite dedicated to the French cuisine of the master chef Jacques Pepin. It is not only a beautiful ship in terms of design, but the Oceania Allura is a paradise for food lovers. The dining experience on board the Allura was truly impressive, and now I understand why Oceania has the reputation to be one of the best brands for foodies. I found the food incredibly fresh. I even spotted many chefs from Italy and France. The Terrace Café was an outstanding venue for breakfast, lunch, but also from some amazing dinners with spectacular views. I even saw Stromboli, the lighthouse of the Mediterranean, when I was having dinner. It was really amazing. I had the pleasure to have dinner with my group at the Italian restaurant Toscana, a specialty restaurant. The view was amazing and the food was great. A nice highlight was the olive oil tasting options. I had the option of 10 olive oils. For healthier options, I tried a few times for lunch and breakfast the Aquamar kitchen, and it was excellent. And I had also the opportunity to taste the Grand Brunch in the Grand Dining Room. It was mind-blowing. So we had caviar, lobster, stone crabs, name it. If you are a seafood lover like I am, this place is heaven. But there was much more for everybody and for every taste. And some of my guests tried the amazing culinary center experience and they were extremely impressed. You see the culinary center getting ready for a cooking class. I showed you already on the Vista, and it is also a fantastic activity to do. And Oceania gifted all guests with a wonderful cookbook and an apron, which I will be giving to my wife so she can practice some wonderful recipes for me. The evenings on the Allura were wonderfully lively. There were a lot of travel professionals, a lot of people from the supply chains, but also a lot of professionals involved in the construction of the ship. So there was a kind of atmosphere of true celebration. The entertainment was delightful. The production show, crafted by the Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings in-house production team, was of very high quality, especially for a ship of this size. And this is the Martinis bar, very popular in the evening, especially when you go to the casino and you are celebrating your big jackpot. and others explore their artistic side at the Artist Loft, a place where you can express yourself and practice painting. One of the very interesting aspects of Oceania cruises is the enriching programs. For example, in this beautiful lounge, you can practice your artistic skills or even improve them with classes. I had also the chance to test the fitness center I really needed after all this amazing food, which is fully equipped with the latest techno gym equipment. And I took a look at the Aquamar Spa, which looked amazing, although I didn't have time to test it myself. Yes, sometime I have to work. With the amazing team of the Oceania Allura. My veranda stateroom was really well appointed. As I said, all staterooms and suites on board Allura have a private veranda, and I spend a lot of time in my veranda, either for working or even relaxing, with spectacular views. And what I really enjoyed of my veranda was the deepness. So there was enough space, actually more than enough, for a sun chair. The Wi-Fi connection, powered by Starlink, was sufficient and good enough for working. Overall, I loved my experience on board the Oceania Allura. If you are looking for what I call casual luxury, then I think Oceania is the right brand for you. I call it upper premium cruising. It offers excellent value for money, especially if you appreciate excellent dining and a beautiful, elegant design. I think Oceania is very good for couples and even group of friends. Children are of course welcome, but probably it's not the right ship for them, unless they enjoy fantastic dining as well. And I think Oceania is also great if you're planning a corporate or even a private event. Many of the venues can be adapted to meeting places and build some very beautiful memories on board the Oceania Allura. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like more info, feel free to reach out. I will be very happy to help you. Enjoy your journeys, my dear friends, and see you in the next one. Ciao from Andrea. Time to go to the Horizon Lounge for my last drink.